Alright, howdy boyos, and welcome back to World in Conflict today with the second to last Soviet mission, in which we're going to be controlling nothing else but heavy artillery. It's kind of nice of a break from all the other missions where you're forced to rush and there's lots of time-based objectives. In this one, you're just going to be bombarding NATO until they legitimately lose about half a battle group worth of units. Hope you guys enjoy.
Valerie, there have been no letters from you for 2 weeks now. Have they been lost by the postal service, or you are perhaps dead? Well, that would at least be a good excuse.
No, Sasha, I'm not dead. Much to your father's chagrin, I imagine. We have been constantly on the move, and to find even a few minutes of peace has been, well nigh impossible.
Father has been asking about you. I think he is genuinely concerned, though I know you don't believe me. I sometimes doubt you believe anything I say.
Your father would like Vladimir's nephew Nikolai. The man's idealism and zeal rivals that of the most fervent religious believer. Poor boy. One day he will realize the shame of it all.
How is old Vladimir? You know I hold him in high regard. But please, ask him to speed things up and win this damn war. I am sick and tired of constant shortages.
Of course. If I just ask Volodya, he will win the war for us in an instant. Not a problem, my dear.
And listen to Vladimir. He has at least a semblance of morals compared to you, my dear. And don't die on me. Who would I then quarrel with? Your Alexandra.
Yesterday, the Southern Factory Collectives reported production levels far exceeding the quota set for the period. The General Secretary conveyed his heartfelt pride to be the leader of such an industrious people. Yesterday also brought news of a minor skirmish involving NATO infiltrators. They were swiftly hunted down by our...
We were still in Norway when we heard the news. Several NATO battalions had been airdropped inside our country. And I think many of us were shaken to the core that day. Our image of the invulnerable motherland cracked in a way that could not be easily mended. Captain Malishchenko loudly proclaimed that he would smear the ground red with the blood of the NATO bastards who had dared to enter our homeland. The colonel tried to calm us, saying that there would be bloodshed soon enough. But we didn't settle down until we had boarded the planes back home. Our fiery rage doused with cold determination, and vengeance foremost on our mind.
If they were here half an hour ago, we don't have long before they arrive. Understand? Romanov must move immediately
Товарищ полковник,
What?
a message.
Now? Very well.
What is it, uncle?
Uncle.
Kolya, it's your wife.
Masha?
She...
Что?
They're dead, Kolya. She and your daughter. Killed yesterday when the Americans raided Serbryansk.
That's a bit rough to bring news like that.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry. You're at war. They died for the state. They died for socialism. I'm proud.
You have my deepest
I
sympathy.
don't want sympathy. I want leaders with the courage to prevent NATO from walking into our soil.
Kolya, we're dealing with a strong adversary.
Then we must be stronger.
Comrade Colonel, our forward scouts report inbound NATO helicopters.
Where the hell is Romanov at the Shilkas?
Yeah, where am I?
Kolya, can I count on you?
Let them come, uncle. Let them come.
So someone mentioned that this guy's voice actor is also the guy who did Call of Duty 4, so this guy must be quite rich, like, relatively speaking. Like, yeah, where the fuck was I? He just said, like, what kept you?
What is happening up north?
Last word was that NATO intruders were moving against our naval base near Polyarny. The attack on this camp seems to be in support of that move.
Aw, yeah.
We will root them out wherever they attack. Malachenko out.
Lieutenant Romanov, I want you to command the artillery section. We have spotted several enemy scout teams hiding in the forest, and our helicopters are looking for them now.
This game looks so good for like a 2006, 7, 8 game. I think it's 2007.
Heavy fire support here.
Helicopters will mark the enemy positions. Fire on all enemy units.
Alright, I'm gonna say something really sad, and I'm pretty sure that I know at least one of these positions is like over here. Well, let's fire first where I said, and then we'll fire here. This is kind of like a little tutorial level to kind of just quickly teach you. Yeah, I was right. Oh my god, that's so funny. And then the other one's over here. It's kind of like a quick tutorial level, or like not even like a level, but like a quick tutorial to like teach you how to deal. Oh my god, I was not wrong either. It's pretty close to it. It's basically like a quick tutorial to teach you how the artillery work and how you can use the like attack round key, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. We have to defend this line right here and this line right here. Apparently the Americans and NATO don't know how to attack. They don't know how to attack like around this situation. They don't know how to like drive down the forest and attack us from behind, but whatever. Alright. Ready with our artillery. Let's try and intercept those guys. So in the bottom here you can see the reload. God damn it! Okay, I don't need to see that stupid part of the cutscene. So you can see our reload. So whenever this white bar has come across fully, it means it's firing. I'll show you. They're almost there, and fire. There we go. And that's basically the entire thing you need to know about this. And then the higher level these guys are, the quicker the white bar goes, which is the quicker they reload, which is awesome because when these guys reach like star level of veterancy, they are ridiculously overpowered. And in my opinion, not so much my professional opinion, but my opinion when I play this game way too much, this artillery is way better than the American and the German one, mainly because from a multiplayer perspective, it's a lot harder to actually see where these shells are coming from. Like, yeah, you can kind of see where they're coming from, but it's very hard to see compared to the American one, the MLRS, where you can very, very easily see like a very large kind of sort of obviously rocket barrage coming in. Also, our objective, before I forget, is to just hold I think I'm not allowed to have either one of these positions captured, but shouldn't be too hard because they have to capture it and then they also have to fortify, I think, every single like circle on the map. We have access to bunker busters, napalm, sorry, not bunker busters, tank busters, napalm, and air-to-air. Air-to-air against AI is legitimately harder to use than against players, because I feel like AI just kind of flies around a lot more than players usually did. And our guys are already all lieutenants, which is amazing, which means we get that faster reload. And we're going to hopefully get rid of most of these guys right here. Alright, that means basically I have to move right now. How are these units hit? Maybe one artillery shell actually hit me or whatever. Oh, that was beautiful. I saw that one.
Incoming fire, Romanov. Change your position.
Let's heal this unit. Yeah, there's the artillery coming in. Oof.
I've ordered the prisoners to be taken to the bomb shelters.
We already have 2 captains and 3 lieutenants. We'll hit this zone right here. I was going to use this, but there's already an anti-air unit hitting those units. Let's hit this in like a crossfire. probably one of the more effective ones I like to do was if you saw a lot of units, you would just crossfire on their position. Obviously, these guys didn't really move up as much, but if you got a crossfire coming in on one of these on like a line of tanks, yeah, it would cost you 12 tactical aid, but when you're playing support, which is what I'm doing right now, obviously, like having anti-air and having artillery, depending on how much of a prick you were, I would always have one heavy artillery, so either a Lars, an MLRS, or peons in this case, and then spam anti-air and repair tanks. They're a lot cheaper because artillery I think was 18 or maybe artillery was 1800. At least heavy artillery was I think 1800. Okay, let's hold fire before we kill that. Oh god. Oh, close. Okay, I think we protected it though. Let's just smoke this because it looks cool. So I would have like one MLRS or heavy artillery, and then I would have a lot of AA and repair tanks, because repair tanks would make you a shit load of TA of these points in multiplayer. Also, let's burn these things. I don't like having forests here, just in case something happens to me. And anti-air would make you a lot of points, because every time they hit something, it would be an helicopter, obviously, and you would get a buttload of points from that. So, there was also bad support players who would focus on getting like legitimately 4 artillery, and those were my favorite people to play against when I was support myself, because you fire one peon barrage or you fire like a MLRS barrage on their artillery and they would be fucking gone. There would be nothing left because you just destroyed whatever they had super easily, because they all bunched it up like because they were really bad. And then the better players would spread it out, and much like is it maybe World Tanks? Maybe not. Basically, much like another game I forgot right now where you can counter artillery really easily, people would reposition after every barrage. So basically you would fire, and then I would move these guys like maybe 20 feet, and you continue on firing, and that worked out fine. Also, we have to use an anti-air thing here. We're doing pretty good with these. Oh, there's actually already an anti-air unit here. Oh well. We're doing fine. Let's just smoke it up here because it looks badass. And they can actually fire smoke without any sort of repercussion. And they can fire and then immediately fire their actual barrage after it. We're holding this ground pretty well. We already have 2 generals and 3 captains, so we're going to be pretty rich by the end of this, probably. We're at 15. If I get 18, I'll do some more tank busters again. This is going to hit pretty hard. So there's no difference in shell velocity. Oh, you're seriously going to drive right up to them? Yeah, well, you're dead. There's no difference in shell velocity or anything, but the only thing that's different when they're a higher level is just the reload animation, or sorry, I should say the reload time, which is a lot. Oh shit, I just had artillery. I forgot to move. I'm retarded. Let's actually move right now. So, secondary objective, almost forgot. Secondary objective is to keep my artillery units alive.
They're attacking again. Keep those shells coming, Lieutenant.
Lieutenant.
Malashenko to Sokol 1. Do we have any estimate of enemy strength? The GRU estimated the battalion's worth. Котлы проклятые! Those damn militants should be shot for providing such faulty intelligence. I'm fighting an entire regiment of troops here! Mind what you are saying, Captain. This is an open challenge.
Oh, we're gonna hit this with some good tank busters right here.
How can we fight the war when
Oh.
we can't even trust our own people?
That was Su-25s
See to the battle at hand.
are probably my favorite looking aircraft. I have really grown to love them in Arma 2. I did an op a couple of days ago where I just had so much fun flying Su-25s as Zeus. Oh, that's bad. Please mow them down, 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 please mow them down. I mean, they're just medium attack helicopters. It's not that bad, but still, they can ruin your day if they want to. But obviously, medium attack helicopters are more focused on killing, or more made to kill other helicopters than they are to really kill like ground units, which is why you want to have, preferably you'd want to have as much attack helicopters as possible. But in some cases, on some maps, multiplayer, I would play with 6 medium attack helicopters And I don't know why, but everyone always forgets that these buttons are like E and G, I believe, or what is the other button? E and R. Sorry, wow, I'm stupid. E and R. And I would always just destroy enemy helicopters with using the E ability, because the medium attack helicopters get a anti-air missile ability basically, which is amazing. Also, these things fire so quick. Watch this. This is ridiculous. I'm pretty sure they fire twice as fast than before. Anyway, you could use the medium attack helicopters, and heavy attack helicopters get those like they basically get ATGMs, which will do so much damage to tanks and other vehicles. Medium helicopters get the anti-air missiles, and those would just destroy any sort of helicopters. It would take 2 to take down a helicopter, so with 6 mediums you could take down 3 heavies, and it was glorious.
They will attack from both directions at once. Hold for as long as possible and then move to alternate defense positions when I give the word.
The downside of that was you wouldn't get many points from killing helicopters for some reason. But if you could keep the enemy heavy attack helicopters busy or very scared, because you could out machine gun them in midair and you could use your rockets on them when you're close enough, it basically stopped any sort of action. Oh. It would basically stop any sort of enemy attack helicopter movements, and it could really save your team. So yeah, you wouldn't be top dog point wise, but you legitimately knew if it was you that won your team the game by killing the enemy attack helicopters. Because without attack helicopters, they can't seem to kill your heavy tanks. So now them killing your heavy tanks, you basically win every game, because heavy tanks are in the end still what matters the most in World Conflict. Anyway, that's enough talking about multiplayer. I just got very sentimental. This was a pretty decent map for multiplayer. Definitely not one of the best, but it was a good map, and I really enjoyed playing it, and I really miss playing multiplayer. I just kind of think that if I go back into multiplayer, I'll never be as good as I used to be, and I'll just get sad and want to like shoot myself. Oh, this is gonna be a good run. H-25, come in, and brrr. Oh no, why are you in the strike zone? Oh, you idiot! Goddamn donuts around here, dude. Like, seriously, stop being stupid. God. All right, let's use some napalm. Expect the napalm delivery soon. Baron. I didn't even know what Baron means in Russian. Maybe it means something. Yeah, I'm Gucci. These things are so badass. Let's do one more shot and then I'll move these. Yep. Let's move. I just don't want to get artilleried. I'm starting to keep my units safe is what I'm trying to do here.
They are sending a second helicopter squadron against you, Romano.
Again? Oh, right here. Brrt. These things are so badass. Medium anti-air was barely used though in actual multiplayer. Because it was this bad. Because oh, it's him, not me. But it's kind of sad because in single player are really good, but in multiplayer, mediums are just horrible. Also, what are these things? They drop a shit ton of bombs. They're like F-15s. Like, I can't see what they are. Maybe they're Jaguars, like British Jaguars. I have no clue. They look really badass, but they drop a shit ton of cluster bombs. It's just weird because the Americans have like B-52s, and the Russians have like Su-34s or whatever. They have like a big carpet bomber, and then the NATO gets like a super tiny bomber for some reason. Is this? I have to do this? Do I have to do anything? No, I don't know actually. Do I have to do this? Okay. Well, I can't fire on these points down here, so let's move back a little bit, I guess. Let's be safe. Let's napalm this forest, by the way. Oh, those are heavies. Oh, I saw them immediately. It was like, oh, that's bad. I could try and kill those. Oh, that's gonna be awkward. Strelai. I don't know what that means. Maybe fire. Yeah, my mediums are gonna do jack balls against those, that's for sure. Oh, there's transports right here. Maybe I should move my AA up and get some points, but I have no clue how good or how bad they're gonna do against these. Come on, open fire, open fire. Mow them down.
I'm engaging NATO units all along the perimeter. Request fire support.
No, come on. Get him. Damn it. Oh, okay, they took out another one. It's okay, it's okay. And another one. We did good. If we can take out that other, if we can take out the stupid transit helicopter with our AA, even though it can't reach it, like it's already dropped its units, but if we can just kill it, that'd be great. If it's ever gonna move, it's in a Puma. Oh, it's flying away. We're not killing that. I'm just happy I killed some Mangustas, because those things would fuck me up for sure. Like, they look very cool though when they crashed. Right, so that anti-air helicopter is not gonna get shot down, but it's, oh, it might actually get shot down right now. Oh, I got really lucky. Okay, we're good. Oh, I didn't even realize there was a whole other zone over here.
I need more fire support.
Yeah.
Making a renewed assault.
I'm trying, dude. I'm trying to help.
So-called one here. I have some good news.
Yo, we get some helicopters. Let's hope it's not me. I'd have to do. I think it actually might be me with heavy attack helicopters this time.
Romanov, I want you to command these helicopters while I direct the artillery fire. Move your units to the rendezvous point.
It's gonna be awesome because we get to use amazingly awesome looking heavy attack helicopters, which are Mi-24s might be my favorite looking helicopters in the world. Alright, so we now give him the control of the artillery. Mi-24. Oh, that was awesome! That was awesome. The H-25 like flew right in front of those Mi-24s. Fucking beautiful. And those are amazing looking helicopters. Tank Hunter.
Kept all your cannons intact, Lieutenant. Excellent.
Alright, so let's go and ruin someone's day. The anti-tank missiles are so good. So what I've done now, you can do Shift R, you can press. This is something that I was very good at, in my opinion, when I played this game a lot. Was Shift R, press E, and then you press Shift R again. So this way you could scan. So let's say you're playing multiplayer, right? And you're playing as the heavy attack helicopters, and the enemy player would pop smoke. You're like, you can't see the tanks because they're in the smoke. But the second you have a scout helicopter who can scat, I almost said scat. That would be weird. Who can scan every like 20 or whatever second, yeah, every 20 seconds. You could use that to like see through the smoke, and it was so powerful. And these missiles, they do so much damage, it's ridiculous. I really miss playing World in Conflict, like, legitimately now. It just, maybe infantry was always fun to play, but definitely was very hard. Support was fun if you just wanted to drop a nuke, because a good support player, I'm not saying I was necessarily a good support player, but a good support player could probably drop one nuke every game if his team didn't, like, fold in the first 2 minutes. A good tank player is very, useful to a team, but it's hard to be a good tank player just because of the way that tanks are set up in the game and how vulnerable they are to basically everything, because everyone wants to kill heavy tanks, everyone wants to drop tactical aid, everyone wants to use any sort of abilities they have to take out the tanks. So it was very hard to keep your tanks alive for long. If you could do that though, you were basically a champion of the world. And then there's air. Air probably the most noob friendly.
Move back to the barracks area.
What?
I will send Romanov after the artillery. The prisoners are being evacuated to the woods nearby until we can get some transports to pick them up.
Anyway,
Moving toward the barracks.
helicopters were probably the most noob friendly, but at the same time they were also the hardest because you had to use your abilities, you had to use your IR flares. If you didn't do that at the correct time, you would lose all your choppers because one single AA unit just needs 3 shots, and they fire way too quick if you weren't paying attention, especially if those especially if that unit was also like a higher, like a star level unit or whatever. They could just make your day very bad. But it's actually really awesome because this mission has you in control of, like, obviously heavy attack helicopters. And then the next mission where you're playing as the Americans, you get to mess around with heavy attack helicopters too on Liberty Island. And it's probably one of my favorite missions in the game. It's just so cool to fly around and see the skyline of New York in the background while you're taking down Russian scum who are trying to invade New York and you're fighting over the Statue of Liberty. It's pretty damn badass. Keep my units alive. Also, maybe I should heal some of these friendlies and get some points from it. I'm at max TA level right now anyway, honestly. What? These guys are just behind us right now for some reason. Trying to hit someone. Oh, that's going to be a good artillery hit right there. Oh, that was beautiful. So these Mi-24s and like other attack helicopters, it would take a little bit for them to reload their rockets, but once they did, you could... Oh, there's a heavy tank right there. Basically, they respawn their rockets every like so many seconds, and the higher level your... That's an MEA transfer, don't worry about it. The higher level your units, the quicker they would reload their stuff, which is actually pretty badass. Let's kill this before they drop their infantry. I must have just killed one of those heavier. I wanna know where their stupid heavy artillery is. Is it even a secondary objective? Oh, it is. Oh, shit. Oh, that's bad. I need to run. I can't really care about the stupid objectives anymore. I need to kill the artillery that's over here somewhere. Oh, there's one that's over here, Go, 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 go. No! 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 No, please! Oh, now I gotta... No, 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 no.
Continue to search and destroy, but watch out for enemy anti-air defenses. They can't have much strength left, Romanov. Crush this assault and we'll force them.
Okay, I'm about to lose one of these heavy attack helicopters right now. That sucks. Well, I killed it, but I wasn't paying attention to the mission. That sucks. That sucks. Did not pay attention to that objective, so I failed. This is one mission I'm gonna have to replay because I failed to do the secondary. And I promised I would replay any mission I would fail to do the secondary of at some point. So we're gonna have to do that now. It's okay though. I don't mind to do that. It just kind of sucks because I was really trying to get every mission done. Oh, I lost my recon helicopter there. I'm trying to keep my guys alive. It's so hard. I'm really sad that I just realized. Wait, there's artillery coming in. Maybe I should be killing this. Oh well. You know, you win some, you lose some. I guess. You know. God, I hate myself though. I'm starting to pay such good attention. I failed. Mi-24.
NATO is retreating. Do not pursue. We have been declared combat ineffective, Captain. 5th Battalion will pursue.
Hit him up!
I want the casualty count as soon as possible. The camp is safe. For now.
Oh, ATGM just destroyed that unit. Man, I'm really mad at myself for not getting that secondary. Like, I should have done that. I didn't get the medal. Now I have to replay this one. And I have to keep my stupid... Okay, well... next time when I play, I don't even have to keep my artillery life technically, but I should. But yeah, I'm gonna replay this mission before I'll probably fail 1 or 2 more secondary objectives in the next like 6 missions. So we'll probably definitely be back with one or two redos, but it kind of sucks that I had to add this one or two more lines. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to let's see you guys in the next one. Cheers.